Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you have a question. We have arguably the shortest and sweetest question I've ever had on Asshole Consulting. And I charge them very little for it because the question is also simple. The answer is not, but the question is also simple. Hey, asshole, what do you think happens after you die? That's it. God bless you, man. All right, look. Here's the straight answer, okay? All right, you're gonna have to understand that everybody in the world, how religion primarily forms, is people don't like the fact that they're gonna end. And here comes a religion. Oh, there's an afterlife here. Cookies and chocolate. You can eat it and not get fat. Okay. All right, I'll do whatever you say. So there's this huge incentive to lie to people, like Oprah, like politicians, to tell people what they want to hear, and they will follow you and throw money at you. That's not what I'm going to do. The one answer, this is the truth. This is what really happens after you die. Nobody fucking knows. That's the only correct answer. I don't care if you were on LSD or you had a near-death experience and we're going down. You ever notice how people say, yeah, I had this near-death experience. I was going down this tunnel and it was getting warm. I was, as a kid, I'm like, well, isn't hell warm? Don't you, like, the closer you got to that light, it got warmer? It's like, I didn't know. That sounds like you're going to hell. It's like, so and it could just be what your brain is going through before it gets sucked back into reality or life. I mean, you don't know. We don't know. No one's come back from the other side. Now, I have my own personal theory, and it goes based on what has empirical evidence that has happened before. And that is, do you remember what it was like before you were born? And you're kind of like, no. And the reason why is because you didn't exist. There was not you to remember the pre-existence of you being born. Hell, you're born, and you don't even remember, like, at least the first 2 years. Do you remember getting your diapers changed? I don't. I mean, so it takes a while for your brain to gain consciousness and start having a memory. So that nothingness, that pre-you existence, it wasn't like you were in this black room and you had consciousness. You're like, oh, I went on a poop, you came out, oh, hey, I'm born, hey, people, oh, light, look, I can see things. It wasn't like that. There was nothingness. You couldn't even understand the nothingness because you weren't around to understand the nothingness. So it wasn't blackness, because blackness is a concept that you are required to be sentient and conscious and existing to understand. And I believe that's exactly what happens after you die. You go to nothingness. And it's not like this is bad or like you're by yourself and lonely in the darkness. That would be horrible. That would be hell. I'm saying you don't even exist to acknowledge the blackness and the nothingness that is there. It's not like you die and like, oh, here I am. Oh, poor me. I'm in the darkness. I'm in the black. No, there is no blackness. You cease to exist. And that's truly frightening. That's truly, truly frightening that you this consciousness, this conversation we're having right now, although it's one-sided, that ability to understand and what we're experiencing now, and look to your left, okay, you see that? Now look to your right, you see that? That's gone. And your ability to understand, that's gone. Your ability, your own existence, your sentiousness, I think, therefore I am, that's gone. You cease to exist, there is no more, and you're not even around to rue the loss because you're not around at all, in any way, capacity, shape, or form. Your consciousness, your self-awareness is eliminated, and you go back to what it was before you were born, nothingness. And the world continues on without you. And you're not even aware of that concept that the world is going on anymore because you cease. Truly, in every function and capacity, every way you cease to exist. So that's my theory. Because that's all we had to go on. And that's what I believe happens. Now, I'm not 100% sure of it because, once again, we don't know. There may be an afterlife. There may not. Some people have kicked around, if you go on the internet, they kick around like this ethereal or ethereal, kind of like your energy goes to a certain place, but nobody really knows. You become one with all the life that once existed, more based on physics and science. But I'll tell you this, and if there's something to assuage, when my uncle was dying, he was a little bit concerned. And I not to beleaguer you with my own personal life, but I just don't give two flying fucks. I'm quite a curmudgeon. If you have any kind of fear about death Which you should. I mean, it kind of sucks. Death kind of sucks. But if you have any kind of fear, realize that depending on the statistics, 50 to 100 billion people before you have lived on this planet and died. The only thing as common as death is birth. And, you get these girls, I gave birth. Well, big fucking deal. So what? It's the most common thing aside from breathing. And death, we all go there. So wherever we're going after we die, it's no big deal. I mean, it really isn't. There's 50 to 100 billion people that took this trip before. This is like a commute. All right, I'd like to kind of downplay it a little bit and kind of make fun of it. We don't know. It could be horrible. It could be fantastic. We just don't know. But it is common. It is the most common thing ever. So wherever we're going after we die, I don't know, but there's a shit ton of people that went that way before. And at least that should take some fear out of it because it's nothing special. You're born, you die. And, I hope it's fun. I hope it's shits and giggles on the other side. I hope it's rumplements and blowjobs and girls with big titties. But we don't know. But we do know everybody has done it before us. Hell, every creature has done it before us. And it's going to be very common. So, anyway, that's just my 2 thoughts, 2 cents. Thank you very much for the very simple request. If any of you have any questions or requests, that was one of the rare philosophical ones. Go to assholeconsulting.com. And it is a charged service. Please don't think it's free. I am an asshole after all. Best of luck to all of you. Toodles.